good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's a great day to be alive. It's Monday, best day of the week. It's a great day to get better. I'm gonna try to keep this one brief, quick, and straight to the point. So football season has started, and people are debating, for those who aren't football strong, between the weight matrix versus the unlimited. My personal opinion, my feelings, one, you don't know what kind of coach you're gonna get. But from my experience, what I've seen, the weight matrix is better. First reason is because if they start maybe elementary to high school, you're playing against kids roughly your age, so you don't have to worry about necessarily the physicality. So if you're playing 8 years old, you'll play kids from maybe 8 years old to maybe 10 or 12, right? And it's weight based, so I don't have a 10-year-old that's 250 pounds versus the unlimited, where you'll see some coaches who have kids that may be 10 years old and they may be a phenomenal athlete, but they're 250 pounds and everybody else that they're playing against is 80. And you've seen it on YouTube where you get the big fella, they put him in the backfield and they just let him run. And the physicality of it is those kids can't tackle some kid that's 200 pounds, even though he may be 8 or 10 years old, which is a fact. You've seen them plenty of times before. The one kid who looked like a grown man, but he was 12. Birth certificate said he was 12. Mama said he was 12. He just looked like a grown man. That's why you have the unlimited. For kids of that nature who probably couldn't play in a weight matrix, like my little big brother. He's 5 years younger than me, but let's just say, if I could recall correctly, when he went into high school at 14, he was 300 pounds. He was not a small human. He wasn't fat. He was large. His head, his shoulders, his belly, his hips, his calf, his feet. He was a large human being. So he never got a chance to play in the youth level. So he only really got those opportunities in high school, which for many high school coaches is frustrating. When I got a kid with all this ability and talent and they've never played the game. And then the misconception when you watch football, play street football, NFL, it's not the same game. It's high school football. The amateur game and the pro game is completely different. College to pro is completely different. Understand the animals that you're dealing with on the field. So back to the weight matrix, say you get your kid in middle school and they start playing at sixth grade. For the most part, they'll play against those kids as they get into high school. They'll be more familiar with those kids. They'll learn the game because the physicality, it doesn't bring the fear. You get a big kid and he gets popped by somebody bigger who's more aggressive, and they may not like the game. But if that kid is roughly the same age, same time, and that's their friends and they play with them, it's less of a fear. And even for some of you parents who are so terrified of, oh, my kid's going to get CTE and get concussion. Oh, yeah. Your kid playing outside can get a concussion. Your kid playing on the monkey bars, well, I don't even know if they got them anymore, but your kid falling down the steps, boxing, soccer, everything your kid can get a concussion in. Living life. If you live in fear, I don't know what to tell you. That'll be a whole nother subject. But for the most part, that is why I like the weight matrix, because anybody playing in it, you'll roughly play against the kids within the same physicality. You'll roughly play against the kids who you will probably play against and with in high school. Now, obviously, once you get to high school, there is no weights. But also, that being said, if your child can play up, play up. Now, like I said, the younger puppies, maybe not so much, keep them on level. But once they hit middle school, definitely 7th grade, play up. If they're heavier, play up. Because most likely they're not going to play a skill position when they get to high school. Bigger bodies generally play bigger positions once they get to high school. Now, obviously, that's per person, but I hope you get my drift. All right, so that's my thought process of the weight matrix versus the unlimited. Unlimited has its benefits for big athletes to get them in early. One of the best examples for me was the Maryland Heat. I coached their, worked with their wide receivers, and the coaches had them in a skill position that they would play in high school. That's O-line to D-line. The big bodies played low. Nobody was in the backfield or they would be out of position, right? If the kid is 300 pounds and he's 14, he's not going to play running back. He's not going to play tight end. He's not going to play quarterback, most likely. But for the most part, and you do have your one and dones, but for the most part, they're going to play a big position, big skills, right? So keep that in mind. Hopefully that helps you out for some of the parents that keep asking me, well, they want to go unlimited. I'm just not a big fan of it unless you have a big, phenomenal athlete. If you're average to below average, stay in the weight matrix. Let your child gain some confidence, understand the game, so when they do get to high school and they choose to play, they're more skilled, they're more confident, and they're better football players. All right, so that's me. That's Darnarian McCants, Coach McCants, and that's my word for the day. Y'all be great. Oh, yeah. It's football season, baby. Let's go.